Friends, I want to see if you can guess the song that I'm singing. I'm going to sing it in its original language. Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht, alles schlaft, einsam wacht, nur das traute heiliger Paar, holder nabe im lockigen Haar, schlaf in heimlicher Ruhe, schlaf in himmlischer Ruhe. I'm not a great singer, but I think maybe you could get that. That, of course, was Silent Night in its original German. And I want to thank Janie Bitzer for that suggestion. She loves that hymn, as probably the whole world does. It wouldn't be Christmas Eve for me without singing that song together. And it was written by a German. I got a little history. I believe we've talked about this before. So this comes from the Wikipedia page. Oh, sorry, hi. A young priest, Father Joseph Moore, had come to Oberndorf the year before. That's outside of Salzburg. I've actually been to Salzburg. It's incredibly beautiful town. He had already written the lyrics of the song, so it was written by Father Joseph Moore. The melody was composed by Franz Xaver Gruber, schoolmaster and organist in the nearby village of Arnsdorf. Before Christmas Eve, Moore brought the words to Gruber and asked him to compose a melody and guitar accompaniment for the church service. Both performed the carol during the Mass of the night of December 24th, 1818. So it was the early 19th century. And then on in the 20th century, the song was sung simultaneously in English and German by troops during the truce of 1914 in World War I. And that's become very famous, that on Christmas Eve, English and German troops were fighting that trench warfare that was so bloody and brutal. And the fighting stopped and on Christmas Eve, and they both joined together and sang this song in English and German. They shared drink and food together. And it is heartbreaking that that's hopeful and wonderful that they were able to do that. What's heartbreaking, of course, is they went back to fighting the next day and people continued to die. And we as Christians believe and hope for a time that war is not necessary. And this song, it's one of Janie Bitzer's favorite, and she watches these almost on a daily basis. So Janie, I want to thank you for your supportive comments and your attention. Knowing that people are out there watching, listening to these helps me keep the energy up to do them. So silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. We can certainly see how this would be attractive on a battlefield for them to sing together. And it helps me remember the power of peace. And, it's a vivid picture of what's really going on, that the human event of the mother and child sleeping in heavenly peace. We imagine Joseph, the father, adopting young Jesus and protecting him into adulthood, giving him a father, which is very important in that day and age. So what does it say to you? What does it remind you of? Perhaps that vision of that midnight on Christmas Eve, looking forward to being together again in that season this year, Christmas 2020. I can't personally wait. I'm in the sanctuary, and I hope and pray that on Christmas Eve, this place will be covered with poinsettias. And even if we have to practice some social distancing in the sanctuary, I hope we're all together December 24th of 2020, to invite that peace of the Christ child into our hearts. So I ask you for you to reflect on this. It's a meditation. This is meditation on the spirituality found in works of art, and this one is religious in nature, not hard to find the spirituality in this. But the meditation is to reflect on it. So in hearing these words, thinking about that peaceful Christmas Eve night, what do you need to accomplish some peace in your life during this pandemic? It just a thought on how do you need to do that? Prayer, real silence, spending some time alone, reading something of a spiritual nature. It doesn't come easy in this day and age because we're just inundated. We pick up that phone, we turn on the TV, it's in the background, and we see a repetition of things that make us fearful and scared. And media across the country, in America, both sides of the political spectrum, they do use that fear to get people to click and watch, and that's how they make money. This is not a ding of any particular political party or any particular media affiliate. We just have to be mindful and protective of our souls. And that is not the goal of the media world. So think about how you can achieve just a moment of peace. Life is practice. Life becomes for us what we do on a daily, even hourly basis. So please find some peace now and this Memorial Day weekend coming up. We are going to have our drive-up service, like I said, on Pentecost. We're going to be recording our Memorial Day service, and we have some wonderful guests and some new music. And May 31st, Pentecost, we'll drive up the hill starting at 10:30. We'll have people to direct you, and I'll be set up, and Jeff will be set up on the hill, and we'll have a service together. And then we'll let you know what we're going to do after that as soon as we decide that. I love you, brothers and sisters. Find peace.